we got here? We got. Oh, a green flare. Solar flare green. Why a solar flare green? What is that for? Interesting. Just a different lighting effect, or are we going to use that for something else? Well, we'll find out, I'm sure. This looks like a very well thought out and well made level. Whoever made this. So, yeah, maybe there's a purpose out there for what this is. Just right. What was I going to do? I was going to do this over here. I want to see what's down here. Okay, we've got a big pile of corpses and body bits down here. We've got another dead miner. It seemed to be about what they said, you know, the 50-50 of 50-50 of live miners to zombified ones. Which is always good to see. Yeah, you the trouble, you're just big bits, aren't you? You remind me of dealing with the bigger aliens in Viscera. The ones that are another laser. I guess it makes sense. You've got different sorts of mining laser things, haven't we? Anyway, yeah, these parts are all like, they're awkwardly too big, aren't they? Whoever did the first, you remember the first alien model that they put into this game, with the one with the, it's a huge body, much bigger than a human, and it also has, like a big sort of stinger on its back as well, which makes it even more awkward. But these bits are just too big to fit into a bin nicely, and you can melt them with a laser and make them a bit smaller, but really, quite frankly, they don't get much smaller. This is why one of my least favourite levels, well, my two least favourite levels, not to look at but just to play, were hydroponics, because of the giant pods, which were a pain in the bum, and then the one with the similar one where you've got like an incubation thing where they're making, I think they're doing gene modifying on people or something, or kids or creatures or something, and they are yeah, gene modification or something like that, and you've got these things hatching out of pods. I'm just checking there's no box or barrel storage around here. No, there isn't, is there? Yeah, because the same thing, there was big old pods, there was just freaking loads of them, and they were really awkward to deal with. I can't pick up the crystals. I mean, I'm always wearing gloves anyway. Might be worth a few quid, you know? Got to supplement my salary, my pension. Close to the pension and anything else. Right. You know what? Don't leave it there, because that's where you run through all the time, me. Yeah. So yeah, those big organ parts that are like really awkward to deal with. The ones where they're just going to get in the way. They're going to be difficult in the bin. They're going to hard to transport around. There's loads of them. It was just like obnoxious. Also, hydroponics. I remember I always had a lot of quality problems. I think it was the lighting. I can't remember now. It was an older PC, but this one might still have the same problems. Need to get a new PC at some point. Cash for that is a whole different question. What's this here? Who's this? Tom Booth. Tom Booth, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news is you're dead, son. Trying to think of some good news. I've got it. I've got nothing. Coming up empty, I'm afraid. Sorry. Well, I guess the good news is that you don't care anymore. Because you're dead. It's a grisly subject, but you know. We were visiting the crematorium the other day for relatives, older relatives, obviously. Not just random people in the cemetery, in the crematorium, no. We were actually visiting, not that weird, visiting people I'm related to. They're markers to memorialise them in the cemetery. And of course the question always comes up, what would you do? You know, what do you want? What do you want when you finally bite the big one? When you cark it, when you meet your maker, etc., etc. However you want to phrase it. And my answer more and more is, I don't bloody care. I'm dead, mate. Do you like? Do you like? It's not going to bother me at that point there. You know, it'd be nice to think you do something fun. But have a few drinks, play some good music, maybe. I don't know. Watch a few of my videos. Give me some like and subscribe. But you know, apart from that, I don't care. Do whatever's convenient. I promise not to come back and haunt you. Well, I might do. Only if it's funny though. Not to be malicious. I wouldn't be a malicious ghost. You know, what's the point? What's the point at that stage? What would you be? What's the, you know? I guess it's, they say, you know, the dead envy the living. They wish to feel alive again. Not to feel the eternal cold of whatever. Really? Are you feeling anything at that point? I thought the whole point is you're intangible. You know, how are you feeling or not feeling anything? I mean, that would be horrible as well. I mean, to feel nothing all the time would be pretty bad. But I'm not going to lie. But how are you feeling anything? I mean, Terry Pratchett used to say, you know, when he talked about characters in his Discworld novels, that when they're dead, you know, a lot of the stuff goes away. You don't worry about the same sort of stuff anymore. There's a lot of the things that you worry about and struggle about in real life, in the real world, in the live world, well, a lot of them are based around things like hormones and, like, you know, emotional stuff, things like that. And it's far more linked to the physical. And you're not physical anymore. You're dead. You know, you're not going to feel like thirsty or in any way whatsoever. In whichever way of thirsty you want to think about, really. You know, you're not going to be a thirsty boy after you're dead, because you haven't got the glands and stuff anymore to feel like that. You know. So why would it be a problem? It'd just be emptiness. That's not really a feeling of the envy the living, is it? That might be, for it might be a bloody blessing, depending, you know? Who knows? I'm making a right mess around. I'm just going to track mess around all the time on it, because I'm in my dumping zone here. It's going to cause problems constantly. Unless, maybe I'm constantly running through this lot here, but I can't quite see. That could be it, actually. Let's get the old thing back over here. I'm not sure about those crystals yet. There's no point scanning them. I guess I could scan one. Let's see what they say. Yes, there's mess around here, but they should scream if I point at one of these. I'm not sure, you know what? I think it might be one of these, quite frankly, that's yelling. Because it drops off a little bit here. I'm not sure if they're dirt at all, you know. I don't know. But they're neither of these, I don't think. I don't really want to throw away mining equipment. I think as an employee of the mining company, or at least the cleaning division of the whole entity, I don't think I should be throwing away valuable equipment. They want to get new workers in here again, don't they? Start digging up those delicious crystals. Oh, there's flowers there. Unexpected. Flowers in the cave. How are they pollinated, huh? By the bugs, maybe? Come here, you lot. Get you out of here. I don't know why I didn't spot you beforehand. I just ignored you. You'd think, you'd think it'd be something worth dealing with before the miners come in, you know? The bugs are... But you know what? I think that is working, you know. That source of water, is it staying clean? It seems to be. Have we got an infinite water source? Let's keep pushing our luck with it for now, shall we? It's been fed by a trickle of water from through the rocks. Delicious mineral water. We can sell it off later as wonderful mineral water. Is that not an organ there? No, it's not. I thought it was an organ lying there. They're like a sausage. Well, in that case, you can come with me. Oh my God! Don't fall in there. You can come with me, Bucket. All the way over here, Squelch. I heard that squelch. Anyway, how have you been? Are you still playing Viscera? I know some of you are. I think the cleaning bug gets to lots of us. You know? Yeah, the old cleaning games. Whether you're you know, power washing something or whatever else you're doing, which game it is, gets to a lot of us. I think it's very it's a very cathartic process. It's very cleaning something up, making something better. Very enjoyable for a certain sort of brain. Does my brain good. I know that much. Right. How big this bloody place is, I don't know. They said 2 to 3 hours, didn't they? But whether that's real or not, I don't know. I don't appear to be squelching anymore, which is good. Shall we... We've made good progress across here with the general mess around here. Oh, is there any more water around here? Yes. The things are growing in water. Where's my lamp? There it is. The organic life forms need water. Their pods are soaking in it. Very kind of the map maker to do this. Infinite water source. Shall we throw them into a bin? I think those bits over there. Oh, pack of cards. Odd. Was that from one of the other maps? I don't remember anymore. Like I said, it's been too long since I've played this game, and therefore I've forgotten a lot of the assets and things. I think we're making good progress here, and we are slowly clearing out this first area. One of the things I particularly appreciate about the level design here, by the way, that bloop, drip bloop, there's a pool of water there and filtering through the rock, but of course you could just leave that as a thing, you could leave that as part of the level, you could just say here's a pool of water, you know, but we're saying here that no, here's the pool of water and this is why it's here. You know, there's water dripping through the roof. Here's the effect. The thoughtful map designer, which I always really appreciate. Okay, continuing to clear through. I think we've got enough space in here to probably clear out this lot, and then also the office area. Oh, there's another one in there. Growing away. Let's have a look. Seems to be fine. I hear you. Oh, you're in the bin. I thought there was another one around. Messy bloody miners. There's bits everywhere. Yeah, about the crystals, I'm wondering as well. There'll be ones that are fixed to the wall, they're just scenery. I wonder if we're going to have to feed the ones that are lying around into something. Like maybe there's a smelting or a mining machine further into the complex here. It travels quite a bit. It travels up here as well, by the way. There is a path curving up over this way. So I don't know how big this place is going to be, if it's going to be double level or not. But I'm wondering, do we have a way of processing the ore, and they're going to want us to do that as well? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Now you... Oh, I like that. That's a custom-made model. Someone's fused the different assets together to make that. And you make a glassy noise. I like that. You know what? I'd be tempted to take you back and keep you in my office as a souvenir, but let's not. Yeah, because that's a horrible idea. Why did I think of that? It's so fascinating, that's all. And again, we'll leave these crystals on the floor for now. Morris frou-frou. Morris wasn't a nice way to go. I'm very sorry. But you do make a fascinating structure. Right, okay. And we'll continue to collect those in there. We'll feed them all in at the end. Oh! Where was that? This is where I miss. I would love to have a torch. But no. It's not the Viscera way, is it, eh? It's too easy. Where's the pool of water? It's just here, isn't it? Yeah. Let's clean up the remains of frou-frou. Frou-frou's leavings. What you were doing, frou-frou? I don't know. I guess you were quite progressed, and you just finally fell apart. Let's be careful. We've got bombs. Okay, that was kind of underwhelming. I thought they would go boom, but no. No big bada boom. But never mind. You know, you can't have everything. Never mind. Sometimes you've got to live with disappointment. Much like one of my videos. Right, let's go over here. How are we doing here? So we're going to ignore you for now. Yeah, you're not triggering it, so I guess we can ignore you for now. Maybe there's a reason to use you later. We can't vend them, so not like a power cell. I'm thinking like about the core. I don't remember the core level either. I've got a feeling that something like that again would be relevant, like feeding things into a machine, powering up a machine. I don't remember. I don't know. But anyway, we'll see what happens with the blue crystals. It'd be a shame to leave them lying around. I had a sudden doubt there how far forward I was. I need some sort of marker of where the edge is, know when to stop. Yeah, so anyway, I'm enjoying this level so far. I was a bit worried. You know, it's nice when you see like this cave, thinking like, yeah, but how much detail is there going to be in a cave level? You know, how good's it going to be? Pretty good so far. And also, if I go into a level and it feels like to be very open and big and spacious, I'm like, oh, am I going to be running around here forever? It's like the feeling I had on the warehouse level. I think someone just splashed. I think I forgot they do that. The warehouse level for crime scene cleaner. I was like, and I was getting a bit anxious, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this or not. We're almost done here. Between the constant roasting heat and the battle in the local fauna, careful. It hasn't been the easiest of jobs, but the pay is good. Hopefully all shipments will be ready by the middle of next week. Okay. So what was it, do you reckon? I'm thinking probably... I mean, crisp packets and things like that do tend to juggle around each other and cause problems. I did feed it a bit too much. Possibly. But I also strongly suspect... Yeah. One of you... cause some problems, but that's fine. We're not going to do anything differently. We're going to fill the whole damn thing again. The bin is not actually broken. It's not like one of those bins where something gets stuck halfway through the side. You know, stuff with a bit of a disco dance. No disco bins here. You could try not running over the uneven surface, me. You could try that. Don't gollum yourself off the side. Thank you very much. If you do need to yell "my precious" as you go over the edge. That'd be a happy one, though. It'd be a happy "my precious." So that's fine. Right. Shouldn't be too much to do in here, I don't think. What have we got here? Any other notes or bits of information? Always appreciated. Always love a bit of text. Okay, what's going on? I think what we're going to do, once we've cleaned up this immediate area, I will go around with the laser and weld up all these cracks and things. Now, when I do that, it's my policy in the Viscera level not to turn the recording off at that point there, because it makes a hell of a racket. No matter what nonsense I'm jabbering on about, you're not going to hear it, and it starts to give me a headache after a while. It's also why I like to do the laser in sessions rather than do it all at the end or anything like that, because you're more likely to catch it if you do it at the right time. And it also means I don't have to suffer the headache of like doing 20 minutes of lasering. Right, is there anything else around here? For pity's sake, did I really bump that bucket that hard? I guess I did. Let's stack it with the... We'll do a failure stack over there. There we go. At least it wasn't a messy bucket. I hadn't wrung my mop out of it yet. Right then. Yeah, I think one of the things that was pushing the limit for me a little bit on this on Viscera was I'd started playing some of the tiny rooms levels. I only played a few of them. I played the first one. Did I actually record any of the others? I don't think I did. And that is because they were a little bit obnoxious. They were a little bit too far. And that plus things in general meant that I finally went, stuff this for a game of soldiers, and stop playing Viscera. Now I'm not going to blame it purely on tiny rooms. It's more the fact that I wanted to go on to do something else. But they were particularly obnoxious levels. Right. Time to do some lasering.